And so whatever a person's view, there is something that everyone agreed on over the last few years, and that is that the best thing to resist disease is a strong immune system. You can't deny that.
Hey there, health seekers. Today, we are diving into something super important, your immune system. You know that invisible shield that keeps you from getting sick all the time? Well, it turns out some habits could be seriously wrecking it. And who better to guide us than Dr. Barbara O'Neill? She is a natural health expert with a wealth of knowledge, and today, she is spilling the tea on the 4 deadliest habits that might be silently destroying your immune system. So, let's get into it. First up, let's talk about what you are putting into your body.
Number 3, there are some things that will kill off the white blood cells. One is refined sugar. It will kill off the white blood cells. There's a book called Proof Positive by Dr. Neil Nedley, and he actually gives a percentage of how many lollies kill how many white blood cells and how many white blood cells are killed off by a slice of cheesecake. And he defines it exactly. So keep away from the sugar.
Dr. O'Neill says that a diet loaded with processed foods, sugar, and caffeine is like pouring poison into your immune system. She emphasizes that what we eat directly affects our body's ability to fend off illness. When your diet is full of processed foods, you are essentially feeding your body a diet that promotes inflammation. This chronic inflammation is not just a nuisance. It can interfere with your immune cells' ability to function properly, weakening your body's defenses over time. But how does this happen? Well, processed foods often contain additives, preservatives, and artificial ingredients that your body does not recognize as food. Dr. O'Neill explains that these substances can trigger an immune response as your body tries to defend itself against these foreign invaders, leading to inflammation. It is like your body is constantly on high alert, fighting off what it sees as threats. Over time, this low-grade inflammation can become chronic, putting a strain on your immune system and making it harder for it to do its job. This means your body might struggle to fight even common infections, and you could be more susceptible to serious diseases. Plus, these foods are often stripped of essential nutrients like vitamins A, C, D, and E, as well as zinc and selenium, nutrients that are crucial for immune function. Dr. O'Neill often highlights that these nutrients act like fuel for your immune cells, helping them to stay strong and responsive. Without them, your immune system is like a car running on empty. It simply can't perform at its best. Dr. O'Neill also talks a lot about the long-term dangers of eating poorly. This is not just about getting the sniffles more often. Chronic inflammation from a bad diet can actually mess with your immune system to the point where it starts attacking your own body. This is what leads to autoimmune diseases. It is like your immune system gets so confused, it can't tell friends from foes anymore. But here is the good news. Dr. O'Neill is all about empowering you to make changes that can turn things around.
So how important that you've got well-hydrated blood? How important that you've got good nutrients in that blood because you're eating a plant-based diet, lots of vegetables, greens, fruits, nuts, grains, legumes. How important that you are drinking adequate water.
She is a big advocate for a diet that's rich in whole, plant-based foods. So, what does that mean? Think of filling your plate with colorful veggies, fresh fruits, nuts, seeds, and healthy fats like those you get from avocados and olive oil. These foods are packed with the vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants your immune system needs to stay in fighting shape. Dr. O'Neill often compares it to giving your immune system a tune-up. When you feed your body what it really needs, everything just runs smoother. But it is not just about adding the good stuff. It is also about cutting out the bad. Dr. O'Neill advises cutting back on sugar, refined grains, and unhealthy fats, all of which can fuel inflammation and throw your immune system off balance. Instead, she suggests making your meals as colorful as possible with a variety of fruits and vegetables. This variety ensures you are getting a wide range of nutrients. Plus, she is a big fan of getting plenty of fiber, which is great for your gut health. And we now know that a healthy gut is key to a strong immune system. And don't forget to drink water. Staying hydrated helps your body function at its best.
To keep that blood thin, To enable your body to make your white blood cells, we must be drinking water, and ideally at least 2 liters a day. And to get that water into the cell, the whole salt.
Next up is something many of us overlook: sleep.
Sleep between the hours of 9 p.m. and 2 a.m. They're the hours of power. That's when your batteries are being recharged. That's when your immune system is getting a boost. How many people are prevented from sleeping in those hours because of technology?
According to Dr. O'Neill, not getting enough sleep is one of the most detrimental habits for your immune system. She often emphasizes that sleep is not just a time for your body to rest. It is a critical period for your body to repair and strengthen itself, especially your immune system. Your body's internal clock, known as the circadian rhythm, regulates your sleep-wake cycle, and this rhythm plays a crucial role in immune function. During sleep, your body produces and releases cytokines, which are proteins that target infection and inflammation. These cytokines act like your body's natural defense team, helping your immune system respond effectively to threats. But here's where it gets tricky. If you're not getting enough sleep, your body doesn't produce as many of these protective cytokines, leaving you more susceptible to illness. Dr. O'Neill often points out that sleep deprivation does not just make you feel groggy or irritable, it actually weakens your immune response. When you are sleep deprived, your body struggles to produce enough of these infection-fighting proteins, leaving you more vulnerable to viruses, bacteria, and even chronic illnesses. But there is more to it than just feeling tired. Chronic sleep deprivation can lead to a decrease in the production of infection-fighting antibodies and immune cells, which are essential for identifying and attacking harmful pathogens. Over time, this can compromise your immune system's ability to respond to viruses and bacteria, leaving you more vulnerable to everything from the common cold to more serious conditions. Dr. O'Neill often compares this to a team of soldiers who are too exhausted to defend the fort. They might be present, but they are not functioning at their best. The long-term consequences of poor sleep can't be overstated. Dr. O'Neill warns that consistently not getting enough sleep can lead to chronic health problems like heart disease, diabetes, and even impaired cognitive function. These conditions are often linked to ongoing inflammation in the body, which, as we have discussed, can be a major factor in immune system dysfunction. Lack of sleep also affects your mood, concentration, and overall well-being, making it harder to stay healthy and resilient. But it is not just about getting more hours of sleep, it is about improving the quality of your sleep. Dr. O'Neill suggests maintaining a regular sleep schedule, meaning you go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends. This helps regulate your circadian rhythm and makes it easier for your body to know when it is time to sleep and when it is time to wake up. She also recommends creating a relaxing bedtime routine. This could include reading a book, taking a warm bath, or practicing deep breathing exercises. These activities help signal to your body that it is time to wind down, making it easier to fall asleep and stay asleep. The idea is to create a calm, restful environment that prepares your body and mind for sleep. Dr. O'Neill also emphasizes the importance of avoiding screens, like your phone, tablet, or TV, before bed. The blue light from these devices can interfere with your circadian rhythm by tricking your brain into thinking it is still daytime, which can make it harder to fall asleep. She suggests setting a screen curfew and turning off your devices at least an hour before bed. Another tip from Dr. O'Neill is to avoid heavy meals or caffeine late in the evening. Both of these can disrupt your sleep and make it harder for your body to get into that deep, restorative sleep that is so crucial for immune function. Eating a heavy meal late at night can cause discomfort and indigestion, which can interfere with your sleep, while caffeine is a stimulant that can keep you awake and alert when you should be winding down. By making these simple changes, you can restore your circadian rhythm, improve your sleep quality, and boost your immune system's resilience. Now, let's talk about stress. We have all felt stress, whether it is from work deadlines, personal relationships, or just the hustle and bustle of everyday life. But when stress sticks around and becomes chronic, it can harm your immune health. Dr. O'Neill explains this in simple terms. Stress triggers the release of cortisol, a hormone your body produces when you are faced with a threat. In small doses, cortisol is actually helpful. It gives you that quick burst of energy to deal with immediate danger, like an adrenaline rush. But the problem is, when you are under constant stress, your body keeps releasing cortisol, and that's when things start to go downhill. Chronic stress leads to consistently high levels of cortisol, and while cortisol is your body's natural anti-inflammatory, having too much of it can suppress your immune system. It is like your immune system is being put on the back burner, and as a result, it does not respond to infections as effectively. This suppression means your body is less capable of fighting viruses, bacteria, and other pathogens, making you more prone to getting sick. But the connection between stress and your immune system is not just one way, it is a vicious cycle. Dr. O'Neill emphasizes that stress can weaken your immune system, but having a weakened immune system can also lead to more stress. Think about it. If you are constantly battling illnesses, it adds to your stress, and that stress, in turn, further weakens your immune defenses. It is like being stuck in a never-ending loop where your body is always on edge, struggling to manage stress and fend off illness at the same time. The good news, though, is that there are ways to break this cycle.
So whenever anything happens that stimulates you to feel anxious, you do 5 seconds of breath in through the nose and hold it for 3 and 5 seconds out. Do that 10 times, and that will stimulate your parasympathetic nervous system, and your parasympathetic nervous system is your calming, peaceful nervous system.
Dr. O'Neill is all about simple, natural techniques that you can easily incorporate into your daily routine to manage stress and support your immune system. One of her top recommendations is practicing deep breathing exercises. These are super easy to do and can make a big difference. Dr. O'Neill explains that deep breathing activates your body's relaxation response, helping to lower cortisol levels and promote a sense of calm. You can do these exercises anywhere, at home, at work, or even while you are out. Just a few minutes of deep, slow breaths can reset your stress levels and give your immune system a much-needed break. Another powerful tool that Dr. O'Neill talks about is regular physical activity. It not only helps lower cortisol levels, but also releases endorphins, which are the body's natural mood lifters. These feel-good hormones counteract the effects of stress, leaving you feeling more relaxed and energized. Dr. O'Neill does not necessarily mean you need to hit the gym hard every day. Even something as simple as a brisk walk, a yoga session, or a bit of stretching can make a big difference. The key is to move your body regularly, giving it a chance to burn off some of that stress and support your immune health in the process. Dr. O'Neill also stresses the importance of consistency. Small, regular efforts to manage stress can lead to significant improvements in your health over time. It is not about making drastic changes overnight, but integrating these practices into your daily life. She often reminds people that managing stress is not just about reducing the negative, it is also about adding positive, supportive habits that help you build resilience. One more thing Dr. O'Neill highlights is the importance of social connection. In our busy lives, it is easy to forget how much we need human interaction, but spending time with loved ones, engaging in community activities, or even just having a meaningful conversation with a friend can do wonders for your stress levels. These social connections provide emotional support, which is incredibly beneficial for your immune health. Dr. O'Neill emphasizes that we are not meant to go through life alone. Having a strong support network can help you navigate stress more effectively and keep your immune system stronger. Last but certainly not least is physical activity, or rather, the lack of it. In today's world, it is easy to fall into a sedentary lifestyle, sitting at a desk all day, lounging on the couch in the evening, and not moving around as much as we should. This lack of movement can seriously impact your immune system.
The high-intensity interval training increases blood supply to the bones, and it's in your bone marrow where your white blood cells are made, except for your lymphocytes, they're made in your lymphatic system. And so ideally, some of your high intensity should be rebounding. We've got to start jumping.
She explains that regular physical activity is essential for maintaining good circulation, which is crucial for your immune cells to move efficiently throughout your body. These cells need to be on the move to identify and attack pathogens. If your circulation slows down because you are not active enough, it hinders your immune system's ability to function properly. But that's not all. Physical activity also supports the lymphatic system, which is a crucial part of your immune defense.
But not so your lymphatic system. Your lymphatic system does not have a muscular system around it, and your lymphatic system doesn't have a pump. And your lymphatic system sweeps away waste from the tissues. Remember, it's the body's vacuum cleaner, and it dumps the waste into the lymph nodes in our neck, in our armpits, in our groin. There are lymphocytes, which is a white blood cell that can deal with the waste, dump it into the blood, and then we sweat out the waste, we urinate out the waste, out our colon comes the waste. That's how the whole process happens.
Dr. O'Neill often emphasizes that the lymphatic system is like the body's drainage system, helping to remove toxins, waste, and other unwanted materials. It relies on movement to circulate lymph, a fluid that contains white blood cells and other immune cells throughout your body. Unlike the circulatory system, which has the heart to pump blood, the lymphatic system does not have a pump and depends on your body's movement to keep things flowing. When you are inactive, your lymphatic system becomes sluggish, which can impair your immune response and increase your risk of infections. Dr. O'Neill compares it to a stagnant pond. When the water does not flow, it becomes a breeding ground for all sorts of problems. The long-term consequences of a sedentary lifestyle extend beyond just a weakened immune system. Dr. O'Neill highlights that lack of movement can lead to chronic conditions like obesity, type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and even certain cancers. These conditions are often linked to chronic inflammation and poor immune function, creating a vicious cycle where poor health begets more poor health. So, what is the solution? Get moving. Dr. O'Neill emphasizes that incorporating regular physical activity into your daily routine is one of the best things you can do for your immune system and overall health. And the best part? You don't need to be an athlete or spend hours at the gym to see benefits. Simple activities like walking, cycling, or swimming can make a big difference. These activities keep your blood and lymph moving, supporting your immune system in the process. If you are looking for more structured exercise, Dr. O'Neill recommends trying out high-intensity interval training, HIIT, or strength training. She is a big fan of HIIT because it is a time-efficient workout that packs a lot of benefits into a short session. Not only does HIIT boost your immune function, but it also improves cardiovascular health, burns fat, and builds muscle. Plus, it is a great way to get your lymphatic system moving, which helps keep your immune defenses strong. But not everyone enjoys intense workouts, and that's perfectly okay. It is all about finding activities that you genuinely enjoy, so that staying active becomes a natural part of your lifestyle rather than a dreaded chore. Whether it's dancing, hiking, playing a sport, or even something like gardening, any activity that gets you moving is a step in the right direction. The important thing is to find what works for you and stick with it. Dr. O'Neill also stresses the importance of consistency when it comes to physical activity. It's not about working out hard once in a while, it's about making regular movement a part of your daily life. This consistent activity keeps all your body's systems, circulatory, lymphatic, and immune, working together optimally, helping you stay healthy and resilient over the long term. She often suggests starting with small, manageable goals, especially if you're new to exercise or haven't been active for a while. Even something as simple as a daily walk can make a big difference. As you build your fitness level, you can gradually increase the intensity and duration of your workouts. The key is to keep moving and to enjoy the process. So, there you have it. Dr. Barbara O'Neill's insights into the 4 deadliest habits that could destroy your immune system. But remember, it is never too late to make changes. By focusing on a nutritious diet, prioritizing good sleep, managing stress, and staying active, you can start reversing the damage and boosting your immunity naturally.
In an amazing body with an inbuilt ability to heal itself. And I'd like to suggest that the other system today is a system based on fear.
Your immune system is your body's frontline defense, so it is worth taking care of. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with others who could benefit. Stay healthy, stay strong, and we will catch you in the next video.